Today, I will show you a Dragon Cult build that's not only fun, but also very strong. We'll go over the best stats, gear, and incantations to use, and the exact numbers behind them. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. The weapon we're going to be using is the Flowerstone Gavel. At first glance, this is a pretty terrible weapon. It has weird scaling and requirements, but its unique skill is very interesting. Flower Dragonbolt will call down red lightning on your target, lowering its lightning damage negation. Sadly, this weapon skill is currently bugged, as it will use the PvP values even in PvE. The maximum debuff is going to be 17% compared to the 30% it should be doing. On the bright side, that means that this build is going to get even better in the future. The first talisman is going to be the Godfrey icon. It enhances charge spells and skills by 15%. Second is the Phlox Canvas talisman. It increases incantation damage by 8%. The Lightning Scorpion Charm will increase our lightning damage by 12% at the cost of some damage negation. And finally, the Ritual Sword Talisman. It will give us a 10% damage boost as long as we're full health. If you don't want to have to be at full health, you can use the Radagon icon instead, and if you want to be way more tanky, you can replace the Scorpion Charm with the Dragon Crest Great Shield. Golden Vow is going to be our first support incantation. It will increase our physical damage and, most importantly, our defense. The Howl of Shabriri is going to increase our damage by a massive 25% at the cost of taking 30% more damage ourselves. If you're in New Game Plus, you can replace Golden Vow with the Dragon Bolt of Florisax. It will give us the same defense buff as Golden Vow, but it looks cooler and fits the build perfectly. For the offensive incantations, Lightning Spear is going to be our fast and cheap range option. Knight's Lightning Spear is the upgraded version. It does more damage, but it's slower to cast and costs more FP. Lightning Strike will be our trash cleaner. It can be spammed and can stun lock some enemies. Next is Lanciax's Glaive. Use it to delete anything that's on your screen. Fortisax's Lightning Spear will add some variety to our moveset, and most importantly, using it to dodge ground attacks never gets old. And finally, Ancient Dragon's Lightning Strike. This will destroy any large enemy. It can one-shot most things if you cast it at the right angle. The Gravelstone Seal will be our best catalyst option. It has good incant scaling and provides a 15% buff to Dragon Cult incantations. Make sure to equip 2 of them if you can, as this buff will stack twice. I had to test this on New Game 7 Rykard as everything else was dying too fast. For the Flask, we'll be using the Faith Knot Crystal Tier. This will make sense later when I talk about the stats. And the Lightning Shrouding Crack Tier. This will increase our lightning damage by 20% for 3 minutes. The final piece of the build is going to be the Priestess Heart. This new DLC item lets you transform into a dragon, and if you use it again while already transformed, it will buff all Dragon Cult incantations by 15%. And here are the stats I recommend at level 180 and with the Samurai starting class. You might be able to squeeze 80 Faith and replace the Faith Knot Tear if you're using another class. And that's going to conclude today's build. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoy my content, and thanks for watching.